Hello world, Geriatric Geek here. How in the heck are you? I hope you're doing great. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Today is Thursday, the 19th of December 2024. Less than a week to Christmas. Crazy, crazy how time has flown this year. Just amazing. Anyway, today, as you can tell by the description, my wife and I did a little thrifting yesterday. Um, we, we're lucky enough to have Goodwill, Savers, and Deseret Thrift, all within about 5 miles of our house. So it's easy to go, but we don't always find time to go together. So yesterday we took a couple hours and we went around, and I was I was lucky enough to find a few things on the shelf that I don't nowadays for some reason. Well, I have a lot of movies, but it's becoming harder and harder for me to find um, things I don't have. And if I do find something I don't have, a lot of the time the disc is in terrible shape. So I just leave it for someone else that may want to clean them. Anyway, so I'm going to share with you. Sit back, relax. We're going to share with you some of the DVDs that I found yesterday while out thrifting. The first one up was, this is Deseret Industries, it says. This is unopened and cost me $1. Cost me $1, as you can see. The Adventures of Ma and Pa Kettle, Volume 1. This contains 4 movies: The Egg and I, Ma and Pa Kettle Go to Town, and Ma and Pa Kettle Back on the Farm. Now, for those of you who don't know, Ma and Pa Kettle is from back in the let's see, it started I think in 1947. The first movie was put out, The Egg and I. Now, Ma and Pa Kettle were not the main actors in that movie. It was Claudette Colbert and Fred McMurray. It was about their characters, but Ma and Pa Kettle played a minor role. However, this thing did so well in theaters. This is put out by Universal, by the way. It did so well in theaters, The Egg and I, that it spawned a offshoot of Ma and Pa Kettle, which, by the way, is said that whole group of movies. There's only 4 on here. I believe there's 10 altogether, 9 or 10. Um, Actually, a lot of people say saved Universal at the time. So anyway, Ma and Pa Kettle, loved it. Um, this is each of these movies are about an hour and 20 minutes long. Of course, it's comedy, slapstick, if you will. And yeah, those 10 movies ran from 1947 to 1957. I wasn't around for the first couple, but my mother reminded me that some time back that she and I watched at least one of the Ma and Pa Kettle things. I think in 1950s. I don't, I was too young. I don't remember it, but she said we watched it. So anyway, there you go. Ma and Pa Kettle, Volume 1. The Egg and I, Ma and Pa Kettle Go to Town, and Ma and Pa Kettle Back on the Farm. Universal. Saved Universal, some say. Yeah, can't wait to revisit and watch the crazy antics. When it comes to homespun fun, the Kettles rule the roost. And now 4 of their hillbilly tales, including The Egg and I, Ma and Pa Kettle Go to the Town, and Ma and Pa Kettle Back on the Farm, are together in The Adventures of Ma and Pa Kettle Volume 1. Whether they're hobnobbing with the city folk or tangling with newfangled appliances, Ma, played by Marjorie Main, and Pa, played by Percy Kilbride, always stay true to their country roots as they try and make sense of our crazy world. Pa might be a tad too gullible, and Ma might be a bit too feisty, but they always seem to get the best of every zany situation with luck, pluck, and a whole lot of good old-fashioned love. From beginning to end, it is a total madcap adventure and country calm at its finest. Country calm at its finest. Okay. I don't have volume 2. There is another volume, and there is also a complete set of this. I don't have it, so I'm going to be on the lookout for it, but this was still factory sealed for $1, so pick that up. Let me know in the comment section below if you've ever seen any of the Ma and Pa Kettle stuff. Alright, next up, now I mentioned my wife was with me. I probably wouldn't have gotten this had she not been with me, but she said she'd like to watch it, and it won Best Picture for the Academy Award Best Picture in 1950. All About Eve. All About Eve. Black and white, 138 minutes from 1950. It's a drama. It won 6 Academy Awards, including the Best Picture. And Marilyn Monroe actually makes one of her first appearances in film in this movie. I've not seen it. My wife has. She wants to revisit it, so here we are. This film is about backstage backstabbing, earned an Oscar nomination for star Bette Davis in the performance many consider her finest. Nominated for a record 14 awards, the scintillating film also led the Oscars for Mankiewicz as director and writer. From the moment she glimpses her idol on Broadway, Eve Harrington, played by Ann Baxter, strives relentlessly to upstage Margot Channing, played by Bette Davis. Cunningly stealing Margot's role, Eve then disrupts the lives of Margot's director boyfriend, played by Gary Merrill, and her other friends in this juicy, witty drama. Like I said, black and white, 138 minutes, a bunch of special features on there. Well, I have not seen this. I suspect I'll get a chance to watch this with my wife. Yeah, it's in great shape. And it even comes with a little, it still has the directory, the scene selections. Amazing. I don't know when this came out, but yeah, not seen it. Wife likes it. We're going to watch it. Next up, now this is just totally weird. I think I got this at Savers, because I took all the Savers stickers off because they like to stick it right in the middle of the back. Anyway, this is Jack Hunter's Paranormal Tapes, the director's cut. Jack Hunter's Paranormal Tapes, the director's cut. Still factory sealed. Never heard of this. It's 92 minutes long from 2017. Apparently it's horror, and apparently it's not very good. But we'll see. Probably will not make the shelf. We'll see. Like I said, I give everything a shot. Doesn't make the shelf, I either sell it or give it away. Join Ronald, played by Jack Hunter, an eager man who finds a bucket of several DVDs, VHS tapes, and other media after his father goes missing. He enlists the help of his neighbor, Blair, played by Paige Lauren Billett, to help find clues within the footage. While each tape begins to get creepier as they go, will the truth actually be revealed, or will the tapes send the audience into an absolute parallel sense of pure suspense? Okay. Paranoia Tapes is the longest-running found footage anthology in cinema history. Longest running. I don't know what that means. It's 92 minutes long. Anyway, yeah, we'll check this out. There's the back. It's all in red. Looks very low budget. Never heard of it, so I'm going to check it out. Next up, kind of a thriller that I believe I've seen, but it's been so long and never had a copy in my collection. So I thought I'd pick it up because the disc was in good shape. As you can see, this was a Goodwill pickup. It is Don't Say a Word with Michael Douglas. Don't Say a Word is R-rated, 113 minutes, from 2001. It's a psychological thriller, my favorite kind of genre. Um, like Michael Douglas, of course, he was in Wall Street and Fatal Attraction. Probably my two favorite of his. Michael Douglas is tremendous in this psychological thriller. In the classic Hitchcock tradition, when the daughter of a prominent New York psychiatrist is kidnapped, his only hope for her safe return is to pry a 6-digit number from the memory of a troubled teenage girl, and time is running out. A lot of bonus features, director's commentary, deleted scenes, making of. 20th Century Fox release of Don't Say a Word. Like I said, it's been at least since 2001. I mean, I probably saw it when it came out, but I don't remember. Don't remember it. Next up, a couple of my favorite actors, Ray Romano and Gene Hackman in Welcome to Mooseport. This was also a Goodwill pickup. Welcome to Mooseport. I've tried to get this a couple times before. Oh, look at that kind of nice little card. Tried to get this a couple times before. This is the full screen version. I'd rather have, I don't even know if it came out in a widescreen one, but I suspect it did. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Ray Romano's. Of course, everybody loves Raymond. I watched every one of those episodes when it came out. Gene Hackman, Unforgiven, The French Connection, great movies. Cast your ballots for big laughs when Gene Hackman and Ray Romano find themselves in a hilariously heated race for mayor of Mooseport, Maine. A local plumber, Romano, is plunged into the national spotlight when he takes on the former President of the United States, played by Hackman, who can't believe he's running against the man installing his toilets. Whoever wins, one thing's for sure, this town isn't small enough for the both of them. Special features, the full-length audio commentary, and a deleted scene with optional director's commentary, and outtake reel. Mooseport. Welcome to Mooseport. Let me know if you've seen this and what you thought of it. It's a little bit of comedy. All right, now let's talk about some horror. Paul Walker. I've tried to pick this up many times. The disc was always terrible. This one was from Savers. Paul Walker in The Lazarus Project. Cheating death is only the beginning. Cheating death is only the beginning. PG-13, 100 minutes long, from 2008. It's a drama thriller. Like I said, Paul Walker, of course, he's famous for Fast and Furious franchise. With parole almost behind him, Ben, played by Paul Walker, can't believe how much he has to be thankful for. A beautiful wife, an adorable little girl, and a steady paycheck. Life is good. But when he unexpectedly loses his job, Ben foolishly turns back to crime, joining his ex-con brother in a robbery with deadly consequences. Suddenly facing a lethal injection, Ben must say goodbye to his family and prepare himself for the worst. But his death sentence isn't quite what it seems, as Ben regains consciousness near an eerie psychiatric ward, where he's told he's been hired as the groundskeeper. Was his previous life only a dream, or is he part of something far more sinister? Sony release, The Lazarus Project. Never seen it. See inside. But can't wait to check it out. Always wanted it. Discs are always terrible. Let me know if you've seen the Lazarus Project and what you thought. Alright, next up. This was also a Savers pickup. One I've also seen before, but I've not seen the movie. I've seen it out and about, but in terrible shape. The Cavern. The Cavern is R-rated, 81 minutes, from 2005. It's a horror movie. Now this is set in the desert of Kazakhstan. I have a hard time with that. Sorry, but it was filmed entirely in Los Angeles. Kind of interesting. Some of the greatest mysteries exist on Earth, but the darkest ones are within it. In the Kazal-Kum Desert, Central Asia, a team of explorers learn of a newly discovered cave system and set out on an expedition to explore it. However, as soon as they begin the descent, it quickly becomes clear that this was a secret that should have remained below the surface, as members of the team find themselves caught in a desperate fight for their lives. Got some special features. This was released by Sony also. The Cavern. There's the disc. Never seen it. Seen it out and about. Let me know if you have seen it and what you thought of it. It does not get good reviews. There's a very good chance that won't make the shelf, but we shall see. We shall see. And finally, a movie about a creature that actually I heard about when I think I was 13, 14, and started my interest in parapsychology. Richard Gere, Laura Linney in The Mothman Prophecies, based on true events. We'll see. So Mothman Prophecies, PG-13, from 2002, 119 minutes long, psychological horror. Now the events in this took place in a town that I've been to a few times. I'm from West Virginia. It's Point Pleasant, West Virginia. One of my roommates from college actually was from Point Pleasant, and we visited him, and actually visited the Silver Bridge, which is in this movie. That one of the I won't tell what goes on in the Mothman Prophecies, but a bridge collapses, and there were in the movie, I believe it says 36 people died, but actually 46 people died in real life. And supposedly the bridge's collapse was predicted and communicated to a person from this Mothman person. So I love this movie. I haven't watched it in a very long time. It's probably been 10 years, but can't wait to rewatch it. Like I said, I do have a connection to it. Although this takes place set in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, but all the filming actually took place in and around Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, which of course I've been to many times. I just lived 90 minutes from Pittsburgh most of my life, so I mean before I left home. The Mothman Prophecies. Distraught by the sudden tragic death of his wife, Deborah Messing, John Klein, played by Richard Gere, a journalist for the Washington Post, finds himself mysteriously drawn to a small West Virginia town when his car inexplicably strands him. Rescued by the sympathetic but skeptical local police sergeant, played by Laura Linney, he soon learns that many of the town's residents have been beset by bizarre events, including sightings of an eerie moth-like entity. similar to the one seen by his late wife. Investigating further and having his own terrifying encounters with the creature, he becomes obsessed with the idea that this supernatural being can predict impending calamities and is trying to warn the town of one. Is this a psychic delusion brought on by his grief, or can he convince the police sergeant that there's a tragedy that must be averted? His life and potentially others' lives depend on his making the right choice before time runs out. Good movie, scary. If you have not seen the Mothman Prophecies, I definitely highly recommend it. Still got the scene selection thing here and the story of the Mothman included. Flipper disc, but it's in beautiful shape. A superior spirit world chiller, it says. Good stuff, good stuff. Let me show you what the ad looked like when this first came out. In the Ad Nauseum 2, that little, very small ad for the Mothman Prophecies. The big one there was Vendigo, and they came out about the same time. The Mothman Prophecies. So there you go, guys. That's everything I was able to find and that I wanted to check out while we were out and about yesterday in Savers, Deseret, and Goodwill. If you like my videos, if you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up. That's right, like, subscribe. It costs you nothing, and it does help this old fart about. Helps me out a lot, I guess I should say. And hit that notification bell so that you know when I put up another video. Speaking of videos, I do have a giveaway going on with the winner potentially winning this entire set of I Love Lucy DVD for free, absolutely free. So if you go back to last Sunday's video and use the word love, L-O-V-E, in the comments section, you can be eligible. That's right, you can be eligible for that and a bunch of other stuff too. But you have to watch that video. It'd be nice if you'd subscribe and also like it so that it gets shared out a little bit. So anyway, that's it from North Las Vegas. You guys hope you have a great day wherever you are. Keep smiling. The drawing for that is going to be Saturday or Sunday, probably Saturday. So watch that video quickly. Keep smiling. Keep having fun. Keep that positive attitude about you. Until the next time. Peace.